Hello, this video is a quick peek at what the Monday.com sales CRM has to offer. I've been working with construction companies, service work companies, and they've kind of been a good beneficiary of this software. And then some startups and companies like that. It does have enterprise scalability on it and has enterprise options, but this is more the pro plan that still you can have larger companies like 100 to 1,000 people use it, but you usually need around enterprise for that. So, just starting out, Monday has what they call boards on the left here: leads, contacts, and deals and accounts. Kind of similar you see in most CRMs to manage your leads, to manage your accounts, deals, opportunities, and accounts. And then what's different with Monday is you have the ability to manage your projects in here, and then you have your dashboards for visualizing all your data. So typically, in the sales process, you're going to start gathering leads, and there's two ways to do this. You could do mass emailing once you have a lead list. So that's really simple in Monday. You could import your leads however you want. You could just click import, and then you can import from a CSV file or pick one of your favorite tools that you may already be using, and then you can also obviously manually update this, or you can use the forms, which I'll show you in a second. But once you have all of your leads in here, you're just going to click here and you're going to click mass email. And when you click on that, you're going to get the option to create an email, and you can populate the different column data into here, and then you can send out like a test email or schedule when to send it out and from who. And then when it gets sent out, you'll click here, and then you'll be able to see the statistics of if links were clicked on, who opened it, how many people opened it, your normal metrics on an email campaign. And then the other thing I was referring to for getting leads is Monday.com has this thing called forms. So you can create a form to fit your needs based on the data you want to collect. So you can collect, the name. You can. These are all going to match up one to one to the columns. So you'll have to hide some of these, which is very very intuitive. You just click the little uh, eyeball there, and it'll hide the questions. But you can make questions for gathering, customer names, their emails, their phone numbers, their address. Maybe you want to say, how did you know about us? Like drop down menus. And to give you an idea of what that looks like, we'll just navigate to my website real quick. And I actually have my free consultation form is a Monday.com form. So I have required questions here with the res asterisks and unrequired questions. So if I fill this out, then it'll populate a new lead here in the leads board. And as you can see, I have different groups. It all kind of depends on how you want your data to be visualized in the end, but you can group them by like new lead, qualified lead. Say you have vendors that are specific to your business. You want to attract vendor leads. You can do that. And then moving on to the columns. So the data that you fill out in the forms, and if you ever want to add a new lead, this is where all of your data is going to be stored within these columns. So you see these different headers are different types of columns. So you can have email columns. You could have location that actually has GPS coordinates. So you can map them on a different mapping view, and you can set dates. There's all kinds of different columns that you can select from. Here's a few more, and you can scroll through, see, you can mirror columns from different boards, have checkbox columns, kind of, it's all up to your imagination sort of thing. So some of the basic ones I have here is just like lead source. I created, like Google search, Yelp, radio ad, website form, referral. So these are just kind of some of your basic ones. And then anytime you want to see, what your email exchange has been like with a lead, you can come in here and you can, integrate your Outlook or Gmail, and then it'll populate here all of your emails between the lead and the sales rep or whomever is emailing them. And you can create new emails within Monday from you as well. And then you can set reminders for yourself like, hey, I need to follow up with this email, or you can pin it to the top. You can track other activities. And then you might be wondering, is there any other way to contact the leads that we have? And the answer is yes. You can always go to the Monday Marketplace. They have these apps that you can integrate with it. So, say for instance, you want to use like Zoom, you can do a Zoom integration. You can do a Zoom phone integration or AirCall, Twilio. There's all these other options that you have to integrate with Monday. And usually they're pretty straightforward integrations, and some of them are free, some of them you have to pay. It all depends on which ones you're working with. So yeah, moving on from leads. So once you've qualified a lead, then you're going to want to create a contact based on that lead, and you're going to want to create a account as well if you're dealing with accounts in your business. But you can mirror all of the data from your lead here, or you can just migrate all the data from your lead here so you don't have to copy it over. And then same idea with accounts. You could do the same thing. You could just create the account, and then you could add whatever the contact is for that account and say mirror the data from that contact over here so you don't have to fill out the info twice. And then you're going to want to move on to deals. So this is kind of, where you're tracking most of your sales information as far as when you're going to have a deal start and end. So I typically have it so that a new deal is a required form. So you can see the red asterisks. You can edit this however you like, but these are associated with the columns that you see on the right here. So to create a new deal, you fill out this form. And when you fill out the form here, it populates a new deal, and then you have the contact associated with that deal, the account that would be associated with that deal, and then you could start filling out the different variables associated with the deal. So, if it's a new home, you're going to want to know how many square feet it is, number of beds, number of baths, what the expected close date's going to be, the probability, and the deal creation date will be automatically added. And then, what's the deal value? And then what stage is it in? Is it a new deal? Is it in discovery, proposal, negotiation, and so on? And then just like with leads, you can click on it. You can get the full view of the sales process, the columns that you had there, what the email exchange has been with the contact that is associated with this deal. And once you have won that, you can click close one, and then you can set up an automation to automatically go to the close one group. And then you can have another automation that would create a project based off of this deal. So that's another thing you would have to set up as well. So then it would just populate a new deal here with all the relevant info. So you're not manually doing that. So see, I set this one up. So it says test deal 4, new project. And then I'm going to fill out, the status, working on it, the deal and the contact already populated, the priority, I'm the owner of it. And that's that. I mean, that's pretty simple and straightforward, and, helps you manage your customers and your deals throughout the sales process. And then, of course, how do I measure all of my KPIs and my metrics? So if we go into the dashboard, and you can create these different views um, up here. So you can create a different calendar view or chart view or Kanbans. For example, there's, the Gantt chart. So I can track my projects, see how they're doing. I can comment, make updates. And then, here I can see the test deal project is going to have this duration here. and I can choose by months, by quarter, by year, and you kind of have a little bit of flexibility here. But if you want to see these things like the Gantt chart and bar graphs and stuff, you can make just a dashboard. And these dashboards, these different bar graphs and pie charts and numbers are called widgets. So you have a large selection of options, everything from, like I said, bar charts to Gantt charts, to this little battery visual, calendar, workload, kind of the sky's the limit. But as you can see, here's a few of them that are kind of out of the box, and a few custom ones I have. So this one just shows your deal status distribution. So what percentage of deals are new lead, one closed one, qualified. So it added the leads as well to the to this deal status distribution. What's your actual closed one revenue? What's your actual revenue for the year, and then your pipeline conversion rate. And then if you could do deal stages by rep, I'm only one rep, so it's not showing that. And then year over year data. So how many leads are you getting each month, year over year? So here's where we're in 2023, 2024, what we're forecasted for. And then lead source count, how many leads we have coming from each lead source. So it's a really nice platform that can kind of visualize everything, as far as everything from your projects to your sales process. But really, the real game changer here is being able to track a project after a deal is closed as well. So that's something that's a little bit more unique to the sales CRM in Monday.com, is having that full connectivity and being able to, add people as owners and add updates to, deals, and keeping everybody in sync, and then having automations that could say, if some date is passed, email somebody, or custom applications to say, like, if you want to send a notification through Slack instead of just having a notification on here. Another big game changer there. And then, of course, if you want to have like a totally different space for your projects to track them, you could always do the work management platform. So, and that's originally what Monday.com was. Their original product was just the work management, like kind of like project management platform. So, anyways, I hope this video was helpful, and feel free to contact me if you have any questions. I can help you either get started with Monday Sales CRM. I can help you select which product's best for you, and or I could help you build out new processes or optimize your current processes. So yeah, either way, feel free to reach out to me, and thanks for watching.